everyone. Karen Casey here, and I am just delighted to have you tune in again. Um, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, I do workshops. Many of you have come to know me, I think, from any one of the 22 books that I have done over the last couple of decades. Actually, my very first book, Each Day a New Beginning, was published in 1982. And it was my attempt to connect with a power greater than myself. It was a daily meditation book for women, as a matter of fact. The first one ever written. And it probably would not have been written had I had an easy time of it when I walked through those doors of the first 12-step program that I got involved in. But I had a great deal of difficulty feeling a sense of connection. I didn't feel connected to the people, and I certainly didn't feel connected to a power greater than myself, the power that I heard all of those people make reference to. So I continued the art of journaling, and ultimately, between 1976 and 1980, I ended up creating what was to become Each Day a New Beginning, which was published in 1982. And since that time, I have continued to write, as some of you probably know, and my most recent book was Cultivating Hope, and I did an earlier YouTube that talked to you a little bit about cultivating hope. I certainly don't consider that my final book. In fact, I have one that's already written and scheduled to come out the middle of 2010 on embracing detachment. I guess that's what those of us who write do. We just kind of go from one idea that's tickling our mind to the next. And for me, I have a lot of ideas that tickle my mind that relate to recovery issues or relate to finding greater sense of peace in our lives. I laughingly tell a lot of my friends that probably it's because I have aged, and surprisingly I've aged. It seems like the years are just whizzing by, and I know that for me, I want more peace and less agitation. So the last few years, the books that I have been writing have been focused more on the creation of interior spaces of peace. And I think in the process that the more peaceful I am, the greater opportunity I'll have to create peace in the lives of those people around me. You know, what we send out to others is generally not only received, but then comes back to us. And I think that what the world could stand more of right now is that sense of peace, that things will be okay. And every time we express a hopeful sign to somebody else, I think we help to bring about a shift in the perception that others hold as well. One of the spiritual paths that I covet talks about a miracle being simply a shift in perception. And I have come to believe that if I am in a situation with somebody where we seem to both be at loggerheads, where we're struggling to be right, I have learned that if I seek to feel a shift in the situation, a shift in my perception, that I will feel a sense of inner peace. And then I can choose to walk away. I don't have to be right in those situations. In fact, seldom does it matter at all. I would just rather say, you could be right, and smile with sincerity and walk away. You know, I think that there is not a single one of us that couldn't go out and meet somebody on the street today and help them to feel more confident, help them feel more peaceful, help them feel a greater sense of purpose in their lives by simply how we respond to them. It doesn't take much of a response at all. A nod of the head, a smile, looking into their eyes, and that allows somebody else to know they have been noticed. It's tiny things like that that create hope and peace and joy and purpose in the lives of all those we touch. And I believe that every life any one of us touches today or any day is very intentionally present. Very intentionally present. If you want to know more about me, please go to my website, www.womensspirituality.com. My name is Karen Casey. I would like to get to know you better. I have a blog site. You can go to my blog site directly off of my website too, www.womens-spirituality.com. Thanks for listening.